Okay, are we back?
We're back. I don't know what is
Okay.
going on.
I don't know. It could be my internet or something like
I don't
that.
know. I'm just sorry. We want to see your stuff. We want to hear from you and whatever you want to share.
Yeah, well, what do you want to know?
Uh, we could start with like bank information, and then we'll just kind of back up from there. Yeah?
Okay,
Okay.
my social security number.
Social would be good.
Okay.
No, okay, so you teach and you paint. What do you teach? What do you paint? There we go.
I teach at Weber State, and I teach painting and drawing and then art for non-art people.
Ah.
It's a general course. It's like I'm an art missionary, and I just convert people to art,
Okay.
which is cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then lately I've been painting florals.
Yeah.
It's called florals. And but I'm interested in a lot of things too. But I just paint florals lately. And I have some theories about why.
Yeah.
I think let's look at one. I
Okay.
don't want to, we don't have to look at my face, but here's one. And this is my front room, and when I'm done painting them, they hang out with the princess castle by the fireplace, and they dry. So,
Wow.
and then this is a Fidelis
Oh,
Bueller
Bueller.
painting.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of, the kids are like, that's scary, but it's fun.
That's great.
Yeah, so we're upstairs now. But I think the flowers come out because like, Jess, this is one thing I wanted to ask you about. How do you work with having kids and just I just have a hard time focusing,
Yeah.
and I get distracted really easily, and I feel like I'm not very capable of deep thinking.
Right.
So this might be disappointing to people, but the flowers are easy,
Hmm.
and they don't require a lot of thought. It's more of an activity, like a physical exercise activity. It's like doing push-ups or something. You just like throw some paint on, and you get your workout in.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I feel like that's kind of what I'm capable of doing right now. I don't know.
No, that is such a good way of putting it. Like, remind me, I'm so sorry. How many kids do you have?
I have 3 kids.
3 kids. I have 3 kids also.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And one of them's with me all morning, and then the other 2 are here intermittently, like throughout the afternoon and night. And you're right. Like, you just don't get a long enough block of time to really get deep with too much stuff. So, like, one thing that's helped me is I do books, like graphic novels and things.
Right.
They're still not like anything deep. It's just goofy stuff. But having something that's long form and breaking it into these smaller chunks that I can,
Mm-hmm.
then that it kind of adds up into something bigger, but I'm still doing just small little pieces of it.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I know exactly what you're talking about, and that is so well said. I'm gonna watch this again and write it down and tell everybody. That's it. Yeah, yeah, and it's rough because what do you like if you could push beyond that? Like, what do you feel like you're pushing toward that you're just not getting to, maybe?
I'm not getting to a lot of reflection,
Yeah,
and I just make stuff, and then I walk away and I move on. And
yeah,
I don't redo a lot of things, and because we met at a sketchbook show.
yeah,
That's the first time we met, and
yeah.
I faked it at the sketchbook show. I don't actually really keep a sketchbook. I just made one for the show, and you actually do. And like that's part of your practice.
You're not a sketchbooker?
No, because that's extra time. And I just want to jump to the good stuff when I have the time. I just want to hit the painting hard. And So I feel like I'm missing out on some creativity, and I really admire that you do keep a sketchbook. And I don't know, do you want to talk about that?
Well, this is about you. I'm just some guy who's
Well, no,
asking.
but just the other thing too is I
I'll
don't know,
talk
you guys,
about it. But
I don't know who's watching us, but I've tried to get you to come to my class,
yeah,
and you were willing, but my school wouldn't give me any money, so we couldn't have you come. But
yeah.
so I'm like, should I be paying you to have this interview with you?
Oh
Because
yeah, yeah. I forgot to
yeah,
mention that. Yes,
yeah,
please.
because I've been wanting to interview you too for a while. Um,
Uh, well, here
so
I'll tell you about sketchbooks. Sketchbooks. I feel like if I were, I really do want to paint, and I've tried a few times uh, with oils. I'm intimidated by painting for some reason. Uh, it's just a dumb psychological thing. That's all it is, and I just haven't committed enough to like get over it.
okay,
But I feel like if I were painting, all the process would be in the painting, and you would see the whole thing beginning to end from conception to completion. But with these illustrations and stories, my way of thinking through them is, you know, I can come up with characters on the sketchbook. I can spend 10 pages working through ideas, stories, names, environments that are important to the telling of the story,
yeah,
and uh, and that's what it's for. It's
uh-huh.
practical. Yeah.
Right, right. Okay, I like that. It's working for you. It's not an extra thing that you have to do.
No. Oh gosh, are you kidding me? That would be exhausting.
Yeah, yeah.
Because nobody sees it. Nobody sees the sketchbooks unless I. I mean, we had that was weird to have a gallery show that was all sketchbooks. Um,
Right.
even if we had some fakers amongst us, so,
Yeah.
oh my, that's gonna mess with me. But yeah, it's weird because it's not an end in and of itself. It's a means to an end, and it's messy, and it's yeah, it's just behind the scenes. That's all it is. Yeah,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
yeah. I'm done. Your turn.
Okay. No,
Back
I
to
want
you.
to, I'm back in my studio. I want to just show, I just want to get the screen off my face. But this is my scary basement studio. Like, there's the water heater and
Uh-huh.
what's that? I don't know, the air conditioner. Like, it's really, it's a cement floor and a table, and my daughter can do stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I have a sink. But I've been doing these little prints lately, which are fun.
Yeah.
And I really seriously would like to just draw in grad school. And those of you who know have known me since then, like I did all these dolls.
Oh, cool.
And I guess I'm talking about this with you, Jess, because I like that you do people and fun stuff. And I'm like, I can do fun stuff too, maybe. That
All
was
fun.
well, that was a question I had for you too. How do you keep um like this was a backdrop for something. It's not going to be a real painting.
Wow.
But like how do you keep your stuff fun? You're like
Uh,
it just is fun. The nature of your stuff is fun. This is more weird stuff. Like I'm showing you these cuz you like to draw little characters
yeah.
too. I do too. I do.
I love it.
Um
Oh, oh, it's
let's
gorgeous.
let's go and then um I was trying out some black and white um, monoprints too.
Yeah.
And then like this one didn't turn out very well. And maybe if I had sketched and used a sketchbook, it might have. But I don't know.
That's
Anyway.
what isn't working for you with that?
Well, it just didn't look, I guess it just looked really busy. I don't know. I just didn't like it. I don't know if these are ever going to come out of my studio. They might just stay here.
Okay.
But, and then like I love to draw faces, but let's just be honest here. They don't sell.
Oh, really?
The flowers seem to sell a lot better.
Huh.
So, and the thing I love about selling stuff is I love that other people can fund my creativity.
Yeah.
And that's just a gift. I just feel really lucky about that. So if you have to cater a little bit to what people want to buy, I think that's okay because you get to make and create.
Yeah, but you're also sharing something with people. Like that is now in their home. They're able to enjoy that regularly rather than being buried in a book between covers that no one knows exists. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's
Mm-hmm.
great.
Yeah.
Oh, Tails Fantastic asks, where do you sell your stuff?
Oh, and hi, Manel. Did you know she and I went to school together?
No.
We did. Our like freshman year at Rick's.
Oh, that's nuts. Okay,
Yeah.
well, of
Yeah.
course you two know each. Hey, do you know something about Manila is that she is a genuine, authentic sketchbooker.
Is she? I'm not surprised. She's good. She's way good. I'm
Uh,
not surprised.
I'm not gonna
Um,
let that go. Yeah.
no. I sell my stuff online,
Yeah.
and there's a couple places throughout Salt Lake that sell them. I mean, I could get specific, but I also sell with New Vision Art online,
Oh,
and
okay.
they're in Orem.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Are they a representative?
Yeah, I have a couple different people who sell my stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, you can. Okay, I'm gonna confess. You can find some stuff at TJ Maxx,
Oh,
but I don't tell everybody that because I don't want them to shop there. I just want them to buy it from me. So,
sure. Yeah.
so that's my confession. It kind of feels good to get that out there. I haven't told anybody publicly on Instagram.
Aw. Well,
So,
if you need, I can go back and edit that out. But yeah, I mean, I told you I was kicking myself that one of these days I'll find a way to get an original
yeah,
because
yeah,
like just looking. What do you hear when people are talking about your flowers?
yeah.
What are they responding to? Do you know?
I think it's the color and the texture.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
people go, "Oh, that's so pretty. It's so happy." And I like that. And then at the same time, I think I put a lot of the angst and the conflict that I feel into them as well.
Hmm.
And some people pick that up and then some people don't. And
Hmm.
um, I don't know. I'm kind of embarrassed about painting flowers a little bit too,
Oh.
because it's like what grandmas paint. And
These are not your grandma's flowers.
no, thank you. Thank you. That makes me feel better. But I don't know. It's,
7 o'clock.
I don't know what to say. I don't know.
You're fine. I feel like I'm like grilling you or something. I don't mean to.
No, it's good.
Um, yeah. So if you weren't painting flower, you said you're kind of doing it to please people, and it's something that's selling.
And
Um,
and obviously I enjoy it.
yeah, that's good.
I enjoy it. I do. I'm really interested in feminism, and so flowers are feminine.
Mm,
And in grad school, I did all this work about feminism, and I did more stuff with figures. So
okay.
I feel like, and portraits. And I mean, even the flowers are like portraits. They come out of a skinny thing like a neck, and then there's an explosion, which is kind of like a face.
Huh.
So I think about my flowers a lot as portraits as well.
Yeah. Wow.
Hmm.
When did you get into doing prints?
When I was
I guess.
in printmaking in my last semester of my undergrad, I
Okay.
took a printmaking class, and then I was like, oh, this is amazing. This can take really stupid drawings and make them look cool. I actually grabbed, and I'm going to show you a print. Actually, I have one.
Cool.
Let's show it. And
Oh, cool.
because I love I like to draw figures and stuff. And printmaking made the line work more sophisticated.
Hmm.
So I just went to grad school and did printmaking.
Wow.
more of it. So anyway, you've got these more ladies, like nice wife ladies that make babies, and then like ladies that eat babies. I don't know. Anyway, kind of some black and white thinking.
Yeah,
Yeah,
interesting. There's a lot
yeah.
going on there.
There's a lot going on. Hmm.
Do you do a lot of drawing in your classes? I know you have a drawing class and then for non-artists, but how much drawing do you actually do in class?
Me?
For assignments, I mean, like how much drawing do you get the students to do
Oh,
versus painting or something else?
oh. Well, if if I'm teaching drawing, then yeah, we're drawing the entire time.
Yeah.
But my other class, just probably like a month. It's like a semester's about 3 months, so we'll spend a third of the time drawing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I'm just curious, like would you say that is a foundational skill, like before you move on to other media, maybe?
Yeah.
Okay. I guess that's an easy question, but I'm just always surprised, like especially looking at your print there and looking at the lines, just how much a person can communicate through lines and just through
Yeah.
tone.
Yeah. It's
Just
exciting,
fast.
isn't it? Yeah.
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 Well, in your work, you utilize that all the time.
I'm a
Your line.
sucker for lines.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's your tool. That's like your number one way to communicate with a lot of the time, right? With flat images.
Yeah. It's just I mean just marks. Like it's just fascinating that oh Nat the Roan says she's following you now. You got a new
Oh, good. Hi. Thank you.
yeah, it's just fascinating to me how you can take a handful of lines and it represents a person, or you can take a few lines and now you have a letter which has meaning behind it.
Mm-hmm.
And you can communicate and you can express. And I'll just tell you real quick. Now I'm all excited about
Yeah.
lines, but we went down and saw some petroglyphs not too long, well, last summer.
Yeah.
And I love petroglyphs, and they were really cool. And I spent just as much time as I could with them.
Mm-hmm.
And then on my way out, I saw a modern day stick figure drawn by some hiker, on the rock face.
Yeah.
And it was so obvious that like they were trying to say, "Hey, look, here's the same thing. I'm gonna fool someone into thinking like here's another old." And it's obvious because those ancient people knew the value and economy of lines, that they could use them to communicate differently and more
Mm-hmm.
effectively, and it just looked cheap. This modern
Yeah.
day stick figure looks so cheap because it was plain, is what it was.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, there's my
That's
rant.
cool. The petroglyphs give me the chills. They are
Do they?
so cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's otherworldly to see
Yeah.
them.
Yeah, for sure.
Mm.
What do you tell your students that say, I I can't draw. I have to take this class. I'm not an art major. I don't want to draw. Like, what do you do?
Well, that's interesting because I can't draw either. Going back to like my first semester at school with Manel,
Yeah.
I was she'll tell you I was one of the worst drawers in the class. I thought I could draw, and then my whole life I was like, I'm an artist, I can draw. And then I went to school and I realized I'm a terrible drawer, so I had to
Mm.
learn how to do it. And so I just say you're in good company. Let's just draw. There's
Okay.
you can power through it and learn how to do it. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how that sounds to people. They probably, I don't know, it could be discouraging, but
No, I like that because you're saying, yeah, you're in good company, but you're just making it more accessible. Look, it's not this huge thing. It's we're gonna try it out together. Here goes
Or-
nothing.
yeah, and it's not just some people have it and some people don't. You can
Mm.
work on it.
Yeah.
Do you teach drawing?
Sometime like usually in the summers I'll teach drawing and comics and like cartooning stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but it's been a
What?
while.
Yeah. Are you, by the way, are you in Washington, D.C. right now?
I'm in Orem, so I'm
Oh,
south.
did you go? I just saw you put a location a while ago of being in D.C.
Oh, on one of my posts. That's how I travel. Um, Mentally, I'll type in like I'm in New York or DC or wherever, and it feels like I'm not in the bedroom for a minute. That's
Oh, okay,
what
okay,
that is. That's for
okay.
me.
Yeah. Okay, well, I thought you're kind of having a Frida Kahlo moment in your life right now.
Yeah, a little bit, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I have this book. I even grabbed it. Can I show it to you? Do
Please.
you have, maybe you know this book, but like there's Frida,
Oh.
and
Oh.
it's a children's book,
Uh-huh.
but it just says that her bed painting saves her because she
Uh-huh.
spent a lot of time in bed and she was sick and she had this terrible car accident and then her body just hurt for the rest of her life.
Right.
Right. I don't know how that's not very encouraging for you, but
No, absolutely it is.
it she used it as a time to work, I guess.
Yeah. Well, she painted all over her body cast, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And her yeah, her imagery, the fact that it's obviously all self-reflection and her digging into her own psyche and history and identity and trying to come to grips with just herself.
Mm-hmm.
Uh yeah, and that I find that endlessly fascinating and beautiful, and her relationship like with Diego Rivera, I mean, come on, those two
Yeah. Yeah.
unflappable. Uh but yeah, I don't know besides I've it's been really exhausting. Like I'll start a lot of things. I'm wiped out, which people get wiped out. Um but because I'm used to being able to do so much more for such a longer period of time,
Right.
like mentally it's messing with me like really bad.
Mm-hmm.
Uh
Mm-hmm. Well, that's why you
anyway,
started interviewing people, right?
it is, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Has it been good?
what's cool? It's been amazing. Are you kidding me? Like here's the thing, like the last 8 months have been like the worst of like the pain. The last 8 months I've been in bed straight.
Mm-hmm.
Like unless I'm, in the restroom or at a doctor's visit, I'm in bed. And so
Mm-hmm.
but it's been a year and a half total that I've been going through this. And anyway, none of the medicine has worked. None of it. None of the treatments have brought any kind of improvement whatsoever. None of
Mm-hmm.
the procedures have helped. Um, the imaging has helped identify problems, but they've also opened up like, oh, so there are probably these other issues going on. Does that make sense? Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
um, but the one thing that's helped me feel better is anytime I get to have a conversation with someone stops by or I get a call or whatever, like some lonely guy or something, I guess. But that's when I feel the best. And so I was like, and also I've been really into Instagram as far as like how it works and how we're connecting with each other. And I thought it's also kind of weird how one of your paintings shows up in my feed, and I have like two options. I can click the heart to show you
Mm-hmm.
that I like it, I appreciate it, it means something to me, and I can comment. But that seems so shallow and so, I mean, it's just such a small gesture for the kinds of things people are making, like yourself, that you know. the effect that it has on me. And so I was also kind of piecing together, there's this two-way live, like a FaceTime video with an audience. And what if I could like share some of these people that like I love and their work that I love, and we could just hang out for a little bit. That's what it is. Okay.
I love
Sorry,
it.
that was a ramble.
I like it. I think
Yeah.
that's neat. That's okay.
What are you working on right now?
I'm getting ready for a show. Opens June 1st at Down
Okay.
East in their flagship store in Mill Creek.
Wow.
Mill Creek. So like a home decor extravaganza. So I showed you
That's
the
big.
paintings I had upstairs there. I just I'm gathering up a bunch of stuff. Yeah, I'm looking around. I'm like, I like the paintings start out like this. So I'm just constantly just making stuff.
Wow.
Yeah. I don't really know what that will be
Uh-huh.
yet, but we'll figure it out because I don't sketch, remember?
It's all in the painting. It's great.
Yeah. Like here's one in progress
Cool.
that I don't know. I don't know where it's going exactly. Here's some in progress too.
Oh, look at those.
Yeah, they're here. Sorry guys. They're bright.
They're little babies.
They're little babies. They're 5 by 7 inches, and I'll paint in acrylic underneath, and then put the oil on top. And I don't know what they're gonna look like. I do look at pictures. Like here's, like you can tell I look at it. It's got paint on it and stuff. I do use photo references, but not tightly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's kind of my process. The other day though, I did some printmaking and I just drew, oh, I can't see it very well, like these hot neon yellow rectangles. I mean, those aren't rectangles, those are triangles.
They're triangles, yeah, they're great.
Triangles, but I don't know what they'll be, but that's about as playful. That's about as playful as it's getting over here. Yeah.
Mom, can you try to get the money out?
Here's Ruth. Say hi.
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 Mom,
What a cutie. Nope, we got a little bit of a lag or something. We'll give it a second. Here, look, I just got...
And I got... She's out. Okay. We're... Yeah. Yeah, are we almost...
Yeah, we can be done now. I just appreciate your time and sharing everything with us and your studio, going down into the basement for us.
The scary basement? Sure, anytime.
We all survived.
Yeah.
Man. Thoughts you want to share with people who are, I don't know, in any walk of life? You feel like you want to say something?
Ooh, I lost you.
You back?
You still there? Okay, are we back?
Okay. We're good.
Thoughts I want to share with people?
Sure.
Just keep making stuff. I don't know. I think Instagram is tricky. You look at people, it looks like they're so successful. It looks like they're doing so well, and you have no idea what's really happening. And so I try to be real on Instagram. But I mean, I got done with school and I felt like a failure and I didn't know what to make. I didn't think I had anything worthwhile to make. and I would try to make stuff, and it was expensive, and it took up all my time.
Yeah.
And so I guess I just kept going, and then I found something that I could just keep doing. And I don't know, Jess. It's like everybody has to. It's like, here you go, you're on your own. Figure out how to be an artist. Good luck.
Yeah.
Right. So I love
Yeah.
that you're talking to artists and you're pulling us together, because we need to do that. We need to keep talking. And everybody, it's not as beautiful as it looks on Instagram. The way people are making their work, or the amount of money that they're getting from their work.
Yeah.
Right. It's like it's a little bit of money.
That's
I don't
good.
know.
Yeah.
I don't know, Jess.
And
You know what? I'm a better writer than I am a talker.
writer?
So,
What do
yeah.
you write? We didn't talk
No,
about
I don't
writing.
really write. I did an interview one time talking, and
Oh, yeah.
I got done with the interview, and I was like, oh my gosh, that was terrible. And then I did a writing interview with email, and it was way better. So I learned that about myself.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
I think conversation is good for bringing out just different points that are important to us, and then like writing is good for kind of fine tuning them.
I'll come over in a second. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. No, I got you. Sorry.
No, you're good. You're good. Emily, thank you so much. You're wonderful. Thank you for your time.
Jess, thank you. And good
This
luck
was
with
fun.
everything. Yeah.
Yeah, good luck to you too. Thank you.
Thank you. I hope I can see you soon in person in the real
Yeah.
world.
I would love to meet up with you. I'm working on it.
Okay.
Yeah.
You take care. Okay.
Yeah,
have
you
your
too.
have your free to call moment.
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay.
See you, Emily.
Okay. Bye.